Former Senator Carl Levin discussed national security issues here at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia. First, I wanted to ask you about foreign policy. I interviewed Dr. Cornel West recently, who said Hillary Clinton is actually more of a hawk on foreign policy than Donald Trump. She might actually start World War III. That was what he told me. What will be your response to that? Do you agree with that?
I think she's very, very solid. I was chairman of the Armed Services Committee for about 10 years. She was on the Armed Service Committee for many of those years. She is very thoughtful, very solid. She would use force if necessary as a last resort. She would not rush to force, and she's steady, stable, unlike her opponent, who is totally unsteady. I mean, he's unreliable. You don't know what he would do because he doesn't have any idea of being a commander-in-chief.
Dennis Kucinich actually said something similar in terms of Libya. Hillary's involvement and support for the Operation Libya, overthrowing that government and destabilizing that area. He said it was the wrong move and it showed bad judgment. Do you think that move showed bad judgment and could be a problem for Hillary in the election?
No, I think that move will ultimately work out well. So far it hasn't, but you have to remember that we were part of a worldwide coalition getting rid of Gaddafi. This is not going it alone the way George Bush did in Iraq and destabilized the whole Middle East when he went alone with the United States. We were part of a coalition in Libya. It was a UN operation. It was an international operation. It had broad support. It has not yet worked out the way we wanted it to, but someday it would. But it was carefully thought out. She is steady. And you compare her to Trump, who talks about pulling out of NATO very casually. We might pull out of NATO. I want to think about it. Or if they don't pay their dues, yeah, we'll pull out. I don't know if he understands the implications of weakening NATO. You got countries that fought for freedom from the Soviet Union, then from Russia. When the Iron Curtain fell, they were able to join NATO, and he just casually talks about, well, maybe we'll pull out of NATO. This is a very irresponsible thing to do, dangerous for America, and it's not the kind of thing that Hillary would talk about.
Hillary Clinton has officially accepted the Democratic nomination for president here in Philadelphia and will move on to the general election to face Republican nominee Donald Trump.